Hi, this is Portia again. I'm continuing my takeover of Jim's Kitchen. This recipe is braised red cabbage. I found this at a restaurant that I like to frequent in Atlanta, and it's seasonal, but I like to have braised red cabbage any time of the year. So I figured out a way to make it. Today we'll be making it in the Instant Pot. The ingredients that you'll need is obviously one medium-sized red cabbage, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and you can use white sugar, brown sugar, or you can use maple syrup. That gives it a really nice taste. Some apple cider vinegar. You can also use the juice of 3 lemons if you prefer to use lemons instead of vinegar. And then the original recipe calls for butter, but I'm vegan, so I'm going to use olive oil. First thing you're going to do is you're going to set your Instant Pot on sauté, and we'll get that started. Oh, I did forget the water. Sometimes I don't consider water an ingredient, but it needs to go in there. So you'll do a ½ cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to step over there and get some water. It's a ½ cup of water. Nothing special about it, although I did find out that Jim has excellent well water here in Maine. And then you add your sugar. Okay, so once you've added your sugar, you'll get your Instant Pot going and stir that, and you'll let that cook a little bit until your sugar is totally dissolved. In the meantime, you're gonna finely shred your head of cabbage. Move those out of the way. And as always, it's good to work with a nice sharp knife that doesn't give you any resistance. A dull knife is a dangerous tool because you're trying to push too hard. That knife can slip and you end up with cuts. I heard that from a friend. Actually, I've lost finger parts. All right, so you're gonna continue shredding that until you've got your entire cabbage shredded. What I also like to do is this tough part here, just cut that out. That's not too tasty. As you get down to the thicker part, you might want to cut it a little bit thinner so that you can use all of your cabbage. Get that all chopped up and get that in there. Okay, so once you have that chopped up, the only other thing you're going to add to your pot is, if you're using butter, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using the olive oil. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. My sugar's totally dissolved. So we're going to add our cabbage to the Instant Pot. And I have this, Jim has this nice flexible cutting board here that facilitates that. Gonna stir to coat all of your cabbage. Just make sure some of that liquid is on all of your cabbage. And Jim is the king of the Instant Pot. He actually taught me something since I've been here. And I didn't know that this little notch here holds the cover on your Instant Pot. So once you've got that going, you will put your lid on, and we're gonna change it to pressure. So we're going to cancel the original sauté, and we will go to pressure, adjust our time, and we're going to put it for 7 minutes. to go. And we'll be back. All right, so after our 6 minutes have expired, we're actually gonna let this go and natural release for 2 minutes. That'll make sure that your cabbage is fully cooked. All right, so we did our 2-minute natural release, and then we released the valve and released the rest of the steam. We're gonna wait till that valve goes down, and we'll have our red braised cabbage ready to go. All right, we're ready to go. So you will twist off your lid, and remember our little trick that I learned from Jim. And I'm just gonna give this one more stir. And we're gonna take this. Look at that, such beautiful color. This will make an excellent side dish. And it's really a very good thing if you do eat meat. At the restaurant that I had it, they add a dollop of goat cheese. And probably the best thing, and this fits right in with Jim's theme, is this whole serving, the whole cabbage, costs under $5. At that restaurant, a side serving of this seasonal dish is $5.99. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna clean up, and I'll be back at another time. Thanks, Jim, for letting me take over your kitchen. Look who's here.
Hey, Park.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good.
Love you, girl. Love you.
So I took over your kitchen
and you made
red braised cabbage and some kale salad. Yeah.
Kale?
Yes. Try the cabbage. It's hot.
Mmm. That is delicious.
Great. Try the kale. Try the kale.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's important when you're eating right to make sure you get some greens in every single day.
You know me and kale, though. I don't know.
Kale salad is a great way to get it in, and it tastes great. What do you think?
That doesn't even taste like kale.
Great. And if you want to take it to another level, add some avocado. It adds a really rich, creamy texture to the kale salad.
That is delicious. If you enjoyed these recipes, try it.
Thanks for letting me take over your kitchen.
Thank you, girl.
Oh, look who it is!
Girl.
Hey!
What'd you make? Oh! We have to redo that.
Greens in. You've got your red onions, your tomatoes.
It doesn't taste like kale.
There you go.
Is this the one that you told me would go great with guacamole?
It would go great with avocado.
Oh, kale. That is delicious. You don't even taste the kale.
Good, good. And you know what goes really well with this?